Qatar were bitterly disappointed with their team's performance in the opening game of the 2022 World Cup on Sunday. Despite predictions from fans, pundits, and ex-players that Qatar would outperform on home soil and recapture the magic of their 2019 AFC Asian Cup victory, Felix Sanchez's men were made to look distinctly average on their big day. Ecuador became the first team in World Cup history to defeat the host nation in the opening game, winning 2-0 at Al Bayt Stadium. What happened in the first World Cup game? In this video, we'll take a look at the real reason why there are empty seats in the Qatar World Cup. The 2022 World Cup has only just begun, but there have already been numerous talking points to add to the media frenzy surrounding Qatar's contentious awarding of the tournament. Few, however, have been more visible than the case of vastly empty seats during the first 4 games. It's an unbelievable story for a quadrennial sporting event like the World Cup, but the proof is in the pudding, with low attendance. While visiting supporter numbers have been lower than usual, the lack of local interest has raised concerns about how much money Qatar will waste if the stadiums are not maintained after this winter. 2 World Cup matches in Qatar on Monday featured a large number of empty seats. The chief executive of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 said the country was gripped by football fever after the opening ceremony on Sunday, but around a third of the seats were empty during Senegal's match against the Netherlands at Al Thumama Stadium. FIFA did not immediately respond to a request for comment, but it is understood that issues with the ticketing app that prevented England fans from entering the match against Iran also occurred at the Senegal-Netherlands match. Thousands of empty seats could be seen at the start of England's match at the Khalifa Stadium, but the venue gradually filled up. The official attendance of 41,721 for the Senegal match also raised eyebrows, despite the venue being listed in the official pre-tournament media guide as having a 40,000 capacity. The final capacity during event mode is higher for each of the 8 stadiums, with Al Thumama now holding 44,400 people, according to FIFA. However, this did not account for the visible empty seats. On Sunday night, the official attendance at Al Bayt Stadium was over 67,000, but the media guide stated the capacity was 60,000. Qatar opened its FIFA World Cup campaign with a 2-0 loss to Ecuador at Al Bayt Stadium, which seats 60,000 people. The organizers, on the other hand, stated that 67,000 fans were seated for the game, raising concerns about the stadium's capacity. Despite the fact that a few seats were left empty at the end of the game, viewers were left with questions. This was followed by another game in which England faced Iran at the 40,000-seat Khalifa International Stadium. However, according to reports, 45,334 people attended the game. The same thing happened during the USA vs. Wales match at Ahmad bin Ali Stadium, which seats 40,000 people. However, the stadium announcer stated that 43,418 people were present. The Lusail Stadium, which hosted Argentina and Saudi Arabia today, has a capacity of 80,000 people. However, according to official records, 80,012 people attended the game. Meanwhile, Denmark and Tunisia played at the 40,000 capacity Education City Stadium. However, official records show that 42,925 people attended the game. Qatar allegedly misled fans into believing the stadiums were crowded, which was false because the numbers did not add up. This will once again cast doubt on Qatar, and it appears that this will be the country's final World Cup as a host. As a result, by the time the second half arrived, the energy and danger had been drained from the game, with Qatar continuing to labor in front of their own fans and Ecuador eventually cantering to victory. From then on, it became painfully obvious that large swaths of the Al Bayt Stadium were beginning to empty out, with more empty seats appearing by the minute. Fans watching from around the world, as well as journalists seated in the stadium, were surprised by how sparsely populated the arena became after the break. The Athletic's Matt Slater tweeted, "Suggestions that 20% of the crowd have left to pray have just been shot down by the Qatari journalist seated next to me. No, they've already left. Except for the Ecuadorians, the ground was nearly deserted by the final 15 minutes. However, Nasser Al-Khater, the CEO of World Cup 2022, insisted that the country is thrilled to be hosting the tournament, which was controversially awarded in 2010. "We celebrated Qatar 2022 with a mesmerizing opening ceremony, passion in the stands, and exciting football on the pitch," he said. "Our country is gripped by football fever, and the celebration will last until the final on December 18. According to the rush for the exits, the local fans were not in the mood to party by the end of the game at Al Bayt. However, it's possible that many people were eager to avoid being stuck in traffic. In the hours leading up to the opening ceremony, the approaches to the stadium, the only one of the 8 venues only accessible by road, were congested. Other early organizational issues reported included overcrowding on Doha's metro system and fans pushing and shoving to gain entry to fan parks. The opening ceremony, which featured Hollywood actor Morgan Freeman and K-pop star Jungkook, appeared to pique the audience's interest. After more than a decade of hard work and close collaboration with stakeholders across the country, a unique edition of the FIFA World Cup is finally here, said Yasir Al-Jamal, Director General of the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy. "It will be remembered fondly by fans in Qatar and around the world." According to FIFA, nearly 3 million tickets have been sold for the finals. On Tuesday, the Qatar World Cup took another strange turn when the capacity of its 8 stadiums was officially increased by 12%. The Al Bayt Stadium, which hosted the first game, went from 60,000 in the pre-tournament guide to 68,895 on the official website overnight, while the Lusail Stadium went from 80,000 to 88,966. It came after fans were perplexed by attendances that exceeded stadium capacity in every game. According to a source close to the organizers, the original figures reflected FIFA's requirements for stadiums to have minimum capacities of 80,000, 60,000, and 40,000. The Qataris have since discovered that the number of seats required for broadcast, media, and sponsorship purposes was less than anticipated, resulting in capacity increases. According to the source, the Lusail can seat 92,000 people before broadcast and media requirements. On Tuesday, the total capacity listed on Qatar's World Cup website increased from 380,000 to 426,221 people. However, a second mystery remains: why there appear to be far more empty seats than the official attendance figures claim. Official figures show that over 88,000 people watched Saudi Arabia beat Argentina at the Lusail Stadium on Tuesday, just a few thousand short of capacity, but there were pockets of available seating throughout the venue. The first and most likely explanation is that ticket holders failed to appear. The most noticeable gaps at all matches, particularly the visibly underattended match between Senegal and the Netherlands on Monday, are in the most expensive seats, which run down the side of the pitch in the first 2 tiers. This could indicate that sponsors or invited guests have declined to attend. It's also possible that tickets are being held by local fans who are unable to attend the game. Although FIFA has confirmed that Qatar has purchased the largest share of the 3 million available tickets, as one would expect from a host country, the exact number sold has not been disclosed. A Qatari fan this week claimed to have tickets for 20 matches. These were purchased with 2 separate FIFA accounts, an illegal practice, and he claimed that the majority of his friends had done the same. Finally, it is possible that foreign visitors who purchased tickets in the original ballot did not travel. Another possible explanation is the system used on the ground to sell returned or unsold tickets. A central office located at the DECC metro station in Doha's West Bay provides continuous access to available match tickets. But not every match is always available for purchase, with most fixtures appearing to be sold out until the digital displays refresh to show new options. Other possible causes include issues with digital ticketing systems, with ticket resolution centers seeing long lines in the run-up to both the Saudi and England matches. The organizers have certainly exaggerated the number of people expected to attend the tournament. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you with another interesting video.